trabajo en español, perdón, en francés. No creo que debería de hablar varios idiomas y hacer mis cejas al mismo tiempo. So I went off camera. Looked like a puppet. 15 Jahre von, wenn ich bin 15 Jahre alt. Entonces, ich habe nicht deutsche Sprache in vielen Jahren. Hey guys, in this video I share my makeup look and my story of how I speak 7 languages. I hope this video inspires you and or teaches you how to do the cabin crew look. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like this video, please subscribe, it helps me a lot. And 2 quick things before it starts. One is that I would love it if you join me next Saturday at 6 p.m. Dubai time or 12 p.m. Eastern, or sorry, 10 a.m. Eastern for a live where I answer all your aviation related questions. I'm just going to share everything I know because I want to take my channel to a new direction, but I want to answer all of your questions first. So tune in for my first live on YouTube next Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern, at 10 a.m. Eastern or 6 p.m. Dubai time. And secondly, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you guys have commented on my last video. It means the world to me that the world is filled with such kind, beautiful people, and you have no idea what it actually meant to me to receive that much love and that much support from literal strangers on the internet, because it proves that the world is a much better place than we often are led to believe that it is, right? The negative voices are the loudest, but the most beautiful voices apparently hang out on YouTube, and apparently it's you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you in all the languages. Thank you, gracias, merci, grazie, dastich mo dard nakone, danke, and obrigada, because it's so incredible that you guys are, that this is the world that we live in. You know, good people outnumber the bad people, and never forget it. So let's get into this week's video, which is how I speak 7 languages and how to get this look. So I hope you enjoy, I hope you learn something, and let's get into it. Start with English, then move on to French, then Spanish, then Italian, then Farsi, then German, no, then Portuguese, then German. Yeah, and we'll see how far we get, because I haven't like rehearsed or practiced for this video. I haven't like drafted what I'm gonna say or anything like that. I have a general idea, but I genuinely have not like practiced or rehearsed or tried to sound my best. So this is just at the present level, like what my language level is like. Obviously, you know, if you're a language student, you know that you can like improve the more you work on it, but this is just where I'm at right now on a regular, everyday, candid basis. This is how well I speak all those languages. So we're gonna start with foundation. I use the Kat Von D Tattoo Locket Foundation in the shade medium, and that's what I'm using on my face. So we're just gonna put a little bit on, because I already put on a little bit. I'm gonna push my hair back. Okay, slay. All right, so we're gonna do just a little. I have a little mirror here on the side where I'm like looking, because you guys are a little far from me. I speak English because I'm born and raised in Canada. I was born and raised in Toronto, Canada, where I currently live. And my parents actually met in an English class. They met when they each came to Canada as immigrants on their own. My mom came to Canada from Latin America, from El Salvador. And my dad came from Iran. Which is a country in the middle of the Middle East. So we have my mom from the middle of Central America and my dad from the middle of the Middle East to Toronto, Canada in North America. And they met each other. I don't know how they talk to each other, but they were learning English and fell in love. And then once they got together, they took each other's languages. So my mom speaks some Farsi and my dad speaks some Spanish. My dad's Spanish was always better than my mom's Farsi because I think Farsi is a harder language to learn. But they each did speak each other's language as well. And just languages have just been how I grew up. Like it's literally just been my whole life. It's not been a conscious effort to become a polyglot. Just life kind of gifted me with this. And I get to share it with you guys. So that's my foundation. So I grew up in Canada. Canada, as you know, is a bilingual country. So that's also leading me into how I speak French. So this is, by the way, my concealer. This is the Saie concealer in the shade HB3. And I'm actually not sure this concealer is the right shade for me, but you know, it is what I have. So, so that's what we're using. Yeah, so this concealer is really watery and nice, but I think it's a little orangey, which I kind of justify to myself because I feel like that's like kind of how color correcting, like it can color correct and be my concealer. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just lying to myself and it's just the wrong color, but whatever. So my mom always spoke to me in Spanish only. She doesn't speak to me in English ever. My dad also always spoke to me in his native language, which is Farsi, and never in English. That would be so weird if my parents spoke to me in English. Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like you get to know somebody through their native language. Like their real personality comes out when they speak their native language. If you talk to somebody and it's like their translated self.
Hey, this came for you.
Oh, hi, honey. What is it?
I called your secretary and told her to order you some crackers and those cheeses that you like, the tiny little ones.
Thanks. Did you pick up my gargle costume, too?
You're making fun of me.
No.
First Manny correcting me, and now you. I have a problem I want to know, Jay.
Honey, look, English is your second language. You're doing great.
Yeah, you're not helping by protecting my feelings. I want you to be honest with me.
Okay, well, I may have noticed some tiny little mistakes you might want to take a look at.
Like what?
Just little mispronunciations. Like, for example, last night you said, we live in a dog-eat-dog world.
So?
Well, it's dog-eat-dog world.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Who wants to live in a world where dogs eat each other? Dog-eat-dog world is a beautiful world full of little puppies. What else do I say wrong?
Well, it's not blessings in disguise. It's blessings in disguise.
What else?
Carpal tunnel syndrome is not carpool tunnel syndrome.
And what else?
It's not voluptuous.
Okay, enough. I know that I have an accent, but people understand me just fine.
What the hell is this?
I told you, Jay. I called your secretary and told her to order you a box of baby cheeses. Oh, so now that is my fault too.
Just something's missing or something changes rather when someone translates themselves. And I'm kind of glad that my parents always spoke to me in their native languages because, well, first of all, today I speak 5 or whatever, or 7. And then secondly, it's also like I can get to know their real self, you know? Like I think a lot of immigrants, wherever, if you emigrate to a country that's not your native language, they automatically speak to their kids in that language because they don't want their kids to like have difficulties. But the kids end up absorbing the language of that country with an accent rather than just getting to know the parent and getting to learn that language separately, if that makes sense. So if you're a young parent out there and you're wondering, can your kid learn several languages at once? Well, the answer is yes. I'll probably make a video about that in the future because I think a lot of parents, especially in this day and age, would want to know the answer to that. But the short answer is yes, you can speak to your kid in your native language and then they can learn other languages like at the same time. They're not going to become like confused. All right, so I'm just blending in my concealer. I'm not a beauty YouTuber, guys, okay? So just bear with me if this is like not your usual get ready with me, but I think we're doing okay. So I'm going to switch to French now. Donc, comme je disais, ma mère, elle me parle seulement en espagnol. mon père me parle qu'en perse, sa langue natale. Mon français, vous allez entendre. En fait, le français, je l'ai appris à l'école. Le français en général qu'on parle au Canada, en général, c'est un français québécois. Donc, le Canada, c'est un pays bilingue. Mais évidemment, il y a une province au Canada où la langue principale, c'est le français et c'est le Québec. Et le français québécois n'est pas le même. Et je dis le français québécois, évidemment, conscient du fait que au Canada, au Québec, il y a de nombreux accents. Hors du Québec, évidemment, aussi, il y a de nombreux accents. Mais l'accent que j'ai n'est pas un accent québécois. Avant, oui. À l'école élémentaire, oui, parce que tous mes enseignants étaient québécois. Mais quand je suis allée au secondaire, au lycée, à mon école secondaire, ils se moquaient beaucoup de l'accent québécois. Au Canada, je sais pas pourquoi. Je sais pourquoi. Mais l'accent québécois, parfois, les gens se moquent de cet accent parce qu'il est moins doux, moins joli, selon certaines personnes, que l'accent de France, que les accents de France. En général, il y a des personnes qui trouvent ça moins beau. Et donc, beaucoup de personnes au secondaire se moquaient de mon accent québécois. Et donc, j'ai appris à parler avec un accent un peu plus beau, un peu plus français, un peu mieux aussi pour la vie professionnelle. Mais je suis capable de faire les deux. Donc, l'accent québécois, si vous voulez l'entendre, je vais peut-être faire une vidéo sur ça. Mais l'accent québécois, c'est un petit peu plus comme ça. Il est plus rond. L'accent québécois, je crois qu'il est un peu plus rond parce que, selon moi, je trouve, ça c'est mon interprétation d'un accent québécois. Selon moi, l'accent québécois, il est un petit peu plus anglophone. Donc, la façon dont les mots sont divisés, la façon dont on rompt les voyelles, je pense que c'est un accent plus anglophone. Je ne sais pas si vous entendez la différence, mais pour moi, il y a l'accent français qui est un petit peu plus aigu, je dirais, et il y a un accent québécois qui est un petit peu plus rond. Donc, je ne sais pas si vous parlez français, si vous entendez la différence. C'est pour ça que je suis capable de faire les deux, mais l'accent français est celui que j'utilise plus généralement, parce selon moi, il est un petit peu plus neutre et un petit peu plus compréhensible aussi si je l'utilise dans un contexte professionnel ou dans une vidéo comme ça qui va, j'espère, atteindre beaucoup de personnes. Mais bon. Okay, I had to stop the video because my camera overheated. So I kind of finished up my brows, but let's move on to the rest and continue with Spanish. Entonces, como ya he más o menos explicado, hablo español porque mi mamá es de El Salvador. Ella siempre me ha hablado en español. El español de El Salvador es un español particular, como quizás lo saben o quizás no lo saben. El español es uno de los idiomas más hablados del mundo. Claro que en cada país se habla un poco diferente. Quise estudiarlo de manera más formal, como para mejorar mi dialecto, para hablar un español más neutro y así poder hablarlo en contextos profesionales, poder hablar con personas de varios países, etc. Y entonces, doing my eyes, by the way, estoy haciéndome los ojos, o pintándome los ojos. El español también lo estudié en la Universidad de Toronto, así que por eso no sé si sienten que mi español es salvadoreño o no, pero hay unas cosas que hacen en el español de El Salvador que yo no hago, pero también estudié un año en Buenos Aires, viví un año en Buenos Aires, Argentina. No tengo el acento argentino, pero también lo conozco porque cuando tenía 20 años viví en Buenos Aires un año. Y siento que esa experiencia me ayudó mucho porque al estar escuchando el español todos los días, todo el tiempo, pude escuchar mejor los acentos y entonces entender mejor cuál es el acento mexicano, cuál es el acento de Puerto Rico, cuál es el acento argentino, uruguayo, etc. So, sí, hablo español por mi mamá, pero también porque lo he estudiado y he viajado mucho a Latinoamérica. Trabajando como azafata, viajé mucho en Latinoamérica porque generalmente cuando uno es azafata, te ponen en los países donde hablas el idioma. So, yo como hablaba español, viajé mucho a México, viajé a Lima, Perú, viajé a Bogotá, a Cartagena, a Colombia. So, como hablaba español, siempre me metían en los países latinos, latinoamericanos, y siempre me mandaban allá. Y me gustaba. He viajado mucho a Latinoamérica, he vivido, como he dicho, en Buenos Aires, y por eso hablo español. El próximo idioma es el persa o el iraní. So, mi papá es babam ایرانیه تهرانیه از تهران میاد فارسیم زیاد درس نخوندم از فکر میکنم که فارسیم یک کمی خیابونی باشه چون برای اینکه بابام از ایران فکر کنم یه قسمت خیابونی تهران میومد پس فارسیم یک کمی فکر کنم خیابونی باشه ولی یک کمی درس خوندم وقتی تو دانشگاه بودم وقتی دانشجو بودم درس خوندم یک کلاس فارسی گرفتم با برادرم یک کلاس فارسی گرفتم برای اینکه بتونم فارسی رو بخونم مردم معمولا به من میپرسن اگه من بیشتر مثل ایرانی هستم یا لاتینی هستم یا کانادایی هستم یا چجوری دلم چجوریه هم جوابم معمولا هست که بیشتر ایرانی هستم بیشتر مثل بابام هستم پس وقتی غذا میخوام بخورم معمولا غذای ایرانی رو خیلی بیشتر از غذای لاتینی رو دوست دارم سلامتی تره خوشمزه تره تو فکر من هم بیشتر مثل بابام هستم پس فکر کنم برای همین بیشتر ایرانی هستم تو چند جور تو چند قسمت زندگیمو من بیشتر ایرانی هستم ولی اگر موزیک بزنین اگر پارتی باشه دیگه لاتینی شدم تموم شد اگر من واقعا دوست دارم یه چیزی رو بگم فکر می‌کنم که تو فرهنگ ایران و فرهنگ ایرانی همیشه جدی نمیگن بیشتر یه جوری خوشگلی رو میگن ولی تو اون قسمت من خیلی لاتینی هستم برای اینکه همیشه جدی هستم هر جوری که میخوام بگم میگم برای من آسون تره برای من اینجوری مامانم به من نشون داده باشم پس عادت کردم دیگه آره پس فرهنگ ایرانی رو خیلی دوست دارم بیشتر تمرین کنم فارسیم خیلی بهتر بشه باهاتون بیشتر فارسی بتونم صحبت کنم از ایرانی بودن خوشم میاد پس آره Oh, actually, let's get to that. Ok, allora, parliamo italiano. Io voglio finire questi occhi, i miei occhi, perché sono 20 minuti che intento di farlo. Voglio mettere un po' di glitter e mettere un po' di oro, di Bobbi Brown. Lo mettiamo lì sull'occhio per aggiungere un po' di glam sull'occhio. Mi piace molto l'italiano, credo che l'italiano la cultura italiana è una delle culture le più belle del mondo, è una cultura bellissima e quando rinasco in un'altra vita mi piacerebbe ritornare italiana se è possibile, per favore. È una cultura bellissima, mi piace incredibilmente. Io sono cresciuta in una zona di Toronto che è molto italiana. Qui in Toronto ci sono delle persone di molte culture. È chiaro con la mia storia che ci sono delle persone di tutti i paesi, no? Ci sono persone dell'Africa, del mondo latino, dell'Europa, non lo so, dell'Asia, eccetera. Sono molti italiani in Toronto, c'è una popolazione enorme, molto grande, e hanno una zona nella città che si chiama Little Italy. È una zona molto grande e bellissima. Particolarmente l'estate in Little Italy, un bacio, bellissima, bellissima. Io sono nata in questa zona. Allora, quando ero bambina, i miei genitori non potevano sempre stare con me, e allora i miei vicini in questi tempi, i miei vicini stavano sempre con me, mentre i miei genitori stavano al lavoro. Questi vicini erano vecchi italiani e allora ho imparato con loro a parlare italiano e loro mi hanno insegnato che questa cultura è bellissima. E dopo, quando io sono cresciuta, sono andata all'università, ho potuto studiare la lingua per migliorare il mio italiano, per imparare più sulla cultura, su questa parte del mondo, su tutti gli accenti italiani, sull'Italia. Adoro l'Italia, è chiaro. Sì, io potrebbero parlare del mio amore per l'Italia per tutto il video, ma non voglio prendere tutto il suo tempo. Se vuoi sapere, in realtà io penso in molte lingue. Allora, penso in spagnolo, penso in italiano, penso in inglese. By the way, if you're wondering what products I'm using, se vuoi sapere, li metterò nella descrizione del video. So if you want to know what products I'm using, I'll put them down in the description box for this video. This is the Guerlain Flower Blossom. It's the most beautiful blush in the entire world because it has 3 colors. It has the pink and the orange, and it's like part bronzer. So you literally just put this all over your face, and you will just get the most natural, beautiful glow because it's such a mix, and it goes with all kinds of skin tones. And just in general, Guerlain is really good for skin. They do really nice light products that don't weigh you down. So highly recommend. And yeah, I usually just add it to my cheeks and to the top of my temples and a little bit on my upper lid just so it looks more natural. I'm gonna continue. I want to get through the makeup part of this video because I feel like I've just been talking in different languages and not actually doing my makeup like I'm supposed to, and my battery's gonna die and my camera's overheating. So let's get into it. What else? So I did my eyes off camera because my camera kept overheating and turning off. So my eyes look okay. I did a wing liner with this Guerlain inky liner. This is the best liner. Love it so much. It's basically like this brush. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a teeny tiny brush, and it comes out super smooth and doesn't get ruined. I feel like if you use a Kat Von D liner or a Stila pencil or those Stila liners, eventually the brush gets ruined, but this one stays good for a really long time. So I actually have 2 because I love it so much. So I added a little bit of brown to the sides with this Ilia Neutrals palette, which I've used to death. It's basically I hit pan on everything. It's the only palette I use really. And then with this Bobbi Brown Luxe eyeshadow foil in gold, which is amazing. And then yeah, the Guerlain liner. I curled my lashes with this Shu Uemura lash curler, which is so good. I've been using it to death, probably need a new one. But this one, the Shu Uemura or the Tom Ford, are amazing lash curlers if you're in the market for one. I feel like some don't really work, they just kind of make your lashes stay straight, but these ones actually curl them and bring them up, which I need. I'm gonna add some mascara now. I'm using the Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. I think it's great. and I bought it on a recommendation from this influencer that I really like. And the influencer was right. So I guess I'll just finish the video with Portuguese and German, which are my least fluent languages. So I speak all the others fluently, and like I can have a conversation about more or less anything, except for like, you know, super specialized topics, maybe like, you know, like nuclear chemistry or something. But these two I'm less fluent in, and so it doesn't flow as well, and I kind of just learned them for a little bit and never kept them up or never studied them further. And also, I didn't really have too many environments to practice them in. When you learn a language, it's super important to find an environment where you thrive and you can speak that language. But I kind of just studied them once for a little bit and then never studied them again or looked at them again. And also with Portuguese, because I speak Spanish, Italian, and French, which are Romance languages, I'll often get them confused with Portuguese because my Portuguese is not so strong. So my Portuguese is basically like a lot of Italian and Spanish with a Portuguese accent. Não falo muito português. Posso compreender o português muito melhor que falá-lo. O meu português é uma mescla do espanhol, do italiano. Me gusta, eu gosto do acento de Brasil. Eu estudou o português semestre à Universidade de Toronto. Allora, posso entender o português, pero uso muito o italiano quando falo português, uso muito o espanhol. Um dia eu vou estudar mais o português, pero hoje falo assim. Gosto do programa Love is Blind Brasil. Estudou o português pouco no programa, aprendeu palavras como gato, gata, pero quando estudo mais o português, posso falar mais com você. Um dia, ojalá, posso falar mais com você. Entschuldigung für meinen Deutsch. Aber ich will Deutsch studieren, einen Tag, aber in dieses Moment, ich habe nicht Deutsch gesprochen in vielen Jahren. Ich kann nicht mit sie gesprochen fehlen. No, that was wrong. Okay. So, ich habe Deutsch gelernt im Goethe-Institut in Toronto. Wenn ich 15 Jahre alt, mit meinem Bruder. Okay, guys, so now that you've heard everything from my beautiful French to my struggling German, and I've taught you a little bit about languages and about my life, I'm just gonna finish up this look and call it a day. I hope you've enjoyed this video. A reminder to join my live next week. I'm just gonna use this argan oil on top of my bun to make it extra sleek, and tame my flyaways. And yeah, this is a pretty good cabin crew look. Obviously, always set your look so that it stays, so that it lasts a long time. I'm gonna be using this foundation, or this powder, HD Skin Setting Powder from Makeup Forever. And I actually learned this trick where you get the powder on your puff and then you wipe it on your hand, and then voila, super smooth skin. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something about languages, about life, and that you enjoyed. And I hope I didn't offend you. if you speak any of these languages, I hope that you still like me. Especially the ones I still need to study. There's a few that languages are always a continuum. You know, there's no such thing as perfecting a language. Even if you are a native speaker, you'll always be growing and learning as a language learner. And I wish more people knew that too. It's okay to struggle because at least you're learning. You know, the people who try are always further along than the people who never try at all for fear of failure. So put yourself out there and speak a new language this year if that's your dream. Or just, you know, don't be scared to show who you are to the world because you are beautiful just the way you are. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time. Reminder to come to the live next week if you have aviation-related questions. And I can help you with that. Or if you want to know where this channel is going in the future, stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye, adios, au revoir, arrivederci, auf Wiedersehen, and goodbye.